your rootedness of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, everyone. I welcome all of you who are watching us today, who have joined us today on many social media platforms, on Facebook, YouTube, and many other social media platforms. I welcome all of you to today's Kala Bhairava Bhavasmadhi Darshan, where you will be experiencing the state, space, and powers and being of Mahakala Bhairava and experience Kala Bhairavoham. And what will you learn today in this program? You will be learning what is pain and suffering, who is Mahakala Bhairava, the principles of Mahakala Bhairava, how to go beyond pain and suffering, the powerful cognitions to empower yourself, and ultimately the Diksha and Darshan of Mahakala Bhairava, manifesting through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And Kala Bhairavoham is a Sanskrit word which means I am Kala Bhairava. So in today's program, all of you will be taught the principles of Mahakala Bhairava. Kala Bhairava space, which is pure unclutching. Kala Bhairava space, which is the space of complete completion. Kala Bhairava's powers, which are the extraordinary Shaktis, and Kala Bhairava's being, which is radiating the Tyaga of Paramashiva. And we will also be learning the 4 padas which are mentioned in the Agamas. We will be learning Kala Bhairavoham through the 4 padas. So the first is the Kriya Pada, which raises the electromagnetic force of your existence and connects you with Paramashiva. Then the Charya Pada, which is the lifestyle of living enlightenment, where the Jiva connects with all the dimensions of the world. And then the Yoga Pada, which is raising your Kundalini and connecting with Paramashiva. And then the Jnana Pada, which is bringing Paramashiva in your being and making him manifest in you. And how will you achieve this? How can you experience all of this? You will experience it by listening, by internalizing, by manifesting the powerful cognitions, and by receiving the Diksha and the Darshan. So now let's understand what is the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. What exactly is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan that all of us are going to be receiving today? So the word Sama means one and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source, and Bhava means attitude or aspect. And Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. So all of you can experience being in oneness with the source through the aspect of Mahakala Bhairava. And the aspect Bhava that you choose, through that Bhava being one with the source, Samadhi is Bhava Samadhi, and knowing this aspect, Bhava is ultimate Adi, and being in oneness, Sama with that is Bhava Samadhi. And the Bhava Samadhi awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. And this awakening of Kundalini Shakti results in extraordinary abilities expressing through us, like the third eye awakening, ability to have remote vision, the ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, materialization, and many such other abilities. And this influx of superconscious energy also visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. And with increase of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform our lives. And the Bhava Samadhi Darshan allows one to experience the formless in a way that we can deeply understand and relate with. Having darshan or even a glimpse of an enlightened being, an avatar, a deity, can bring a deep, lasting transformation in our lives, cleansing the lifetimes of karmas and raising you to the next level of subconsciousness. And that is like hitting a reset button on your being. So experiencing the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like will help you discover the extraordinary possibilities and take a quantum jump from man to superhuman. And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar, and mirroring neurons, which is a natural phenomenon which happens in all human beings, activate the process of all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by physical act of imitation. So that is our entire body can silently and without movement recreate what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. So now let's understand who is the supreme point of Hinduism, the one who is giving us this great and pure science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, was born on the 2nd of January 1978 and is a reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation. And he is recognized as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. And the supreme point of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. The supreme point of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kanchi Kailash Sarvagnipitam, which is Tondai Mandala Adhinam, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam, the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kailasonata Shyamala Pita Sarvagnipitam, the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvanyakara, which is the largest apex monastic order. And the supreme point of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atalakara, which is the ancient apex body of Hinduism, the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukti Swargapuramadinam, and is elected as the supreme point of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And he is revered as the teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched. He has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 different languages, which are English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And these are translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And over 20 million copies of these books and articles have been read, sold, read, and downloaded. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has given over 10,000 hours of discourses for humanity and reached and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and many more. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader. reviver of 180 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas and Rudras, Rishis and Rishikas, Bhairavas and Bhairavis and Sanyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, the Kailasas Nithyananda Hindu University in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightened ecosystems, the founder and reviver of over 170 Pitas and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million Pali scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And with that, we will now be moving to the next segment of this program, where we will be seeing the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. So now we will be moving to the next segment of this program, where we will be seeing the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis. Till now, we got to know who is the supreme point of Hinduism and what we're going to get in this program.
The Parasams, the Nitya and the Yogis, the initiated disciples of the supreme point of Hinduism, will be manifesting, demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of these divine powers, which is awakened in all of us through initiation, Diksha.
And in today's Bhava Darshan, all of us will also be receiving the initiations into the third awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the supreme point of Hinduism. All of you will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded, and various other powers after the initiation by the supreme point of Hinduism during the Bhava Darshan. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes.
So, what are the Shaktis? Manifesting these powers, Shaktis are described in the Vedas and the Agamas and are described as the system, method, and science of human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shakti is manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are a divine and you need to manifest divine, and not that you are a man and you need to reach divine. So here the foundation is that you are Paramashiva, your unmanifest recognizes that you are Paramashiva, and even if you have not yet manifested Paramashiva, understand that is why what Paramashiva is revealing through this body and through this system, through this methodology, any samyama you do on powerful cognitions, you manifest only Shakti's powers and not Siddhis. So this is the direct words of the supreme point of Hinduism.
And some of you might have heard the term Siddhis, as it's a common term used for any type of extraordinary manifestation. So let's look at the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru, and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment.
And the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through the ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas the Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment.
And the source of all these Shaktis, Paramashiva, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Trobhava, which is pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities.
The avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the thousandth living incarnation of and the representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It is where the science of enlightenment and powers, the Shaktis, was lived and taught as a lifestyle for the first time. The modern day, in the modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record breaking pace which was never accomplished before.
And all of this knowledge and this science of our manifestation are passed down from one generation to the next through the Guru Parampara, the lineage of Gurus. And this is passed down from each generation to the next by the science of Diksha initiation. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of our manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham, and many more. You can all also see all the various gurus who have trained and taught Swami.
So, how do we awaken the divine Shaktis in us? Every jnana, the ultimate truth, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as possibility and power of every being. Prajnana.
And the science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas, as said in Sanskrit. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And then the next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified these.
And the Atma Pramana, or the account of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. This millennium's avatar's own personal experience of the power manifestation, and the Pratyaksha Pramana, or empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentations.
And some of you might be wondering what exactly are the Vedas and the Agamas. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained, and the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and applied science is expanded. So the Vedas and Agamas, the Vedagamas, which is a living applied science for Hindus, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They're the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. And today, as we all prepare ourselves to receive the darshan of Bhagavan Kalbhairava, we are going to be witnessing a very special and very exciting, unique live demonstration of the powers of Bhagavan Kalbhairava. So let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye and Akashic readings. So what are the Akashic readings? The Akashic readings are the records stored in the space, created in space, of whatever has happened in time, and whatever has happened is recorded there as a file. And the first thing that all of us need to understand is that nothing can be destroyed. None of your actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing can be destroyed. The Akashic records are the cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and yet to happen. And the Akashic records are verbal, visual, five-dimensional document of whatever is happening, happening, and yet to happen. So whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. And Mahakalbhairava, as the Lord of Time and the very fabric of Akasha, the space dimension, and as the Lord of Time and integrity, he holds the key to the cosmic archives, the Akashic records, which contain the past, present, and future. And the Akashic readings is not a prediction, but readings from the cosmic archives. So there is no such thing as past, present, and future. Destruction happens simultaneously. The past, present, and future starts in the space dimension, but as the Akashic records are stored in the space time, the past, present, and future start in the time dimension, but as the Akashic records are stored in the space dimension, there is no past, no present, and no future. So that is why what you call as happening, and yet to happen is clearly already recorded. And as the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, has graced humanity with the blessings and the darshan in the form of Mahakalbhairava, revealing answers to questions for the yearning of seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. And any answer given to us by Kalbhairava is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. And the Shastra Pramana for this power of Akashic reading comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 61, Sutra 84. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdatma tatkshanat devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat. And the translation for this is, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotlight's infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. And the Apta Pramana for this is from the Hindu Purana Mahabharata, which narrates the story of the great sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura of the story of his human form and the reasons of all his suffering. So sage Maitreya accesses the Akashic records and tells Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but in fact was an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Lord of Death himself. And he was supposed to play a part as a so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Mandaka Muni. And the Atma Pramana for this power, in Swami's own words, reading Akashic records is just open the secrets, it will appear. Open the screen, it will appear. Originally, the Akashic records appear in Sanskrit, and then it gets translated into English during the process of seer seeing the scene and cognizing. That is why most of the English words which I use, those same words are getting repeated in the Akashic records, because the seer, during the process of seeing, translating the scene, because the seer is the person who is talking to you regularly in English, he uses the same words to cognize and translate the scene during the process of seeing itself. And the benefits of the Akashic readings, as the Supreme Point of Hinduism says, he says all the information you collect from all your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to your binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, leading you to experience enlightenment, Paramashivoham. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has made this powerful science available to the world. And this gift to humanity will enable people to see and understand their past, present, and future. So the Supreme Point of Hinduism has initiated Nithyananda yogis and the Balasans into the power of reading the Akashic records. And the Balasans, who have demonstrated the power of third eye reading, are specially initiated into the powers of third eye, into the power of Akashic records. And the Balasans connect in oneness and channel Swamiji. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is providing this service freely to humanity, and many people have used this great service to find missing objects, learn about their past lives, learn how to manifest money, job, and many such other things. And whatever they want, anything else that they want in their lives. And people have actually witnessed the authenticity of these revelations. So, how do the Balasans manifest this power of Akashic reading? So, the Balasans manifest the power of third eye reading, through which they tune their inner space in the space of oneness with Swamiji to receive Swamiji. And then they offer the Guru Puja and connect in the space of oneness with Swamiji, invoking Swamiji in the inner space, in their inner space. And once the Guru Puja is done, and after tuning into the space of oneness with Swamiji, the questions are asked, and the Balasans then look into the Atmamurti, the deity of Swamiji, where the Akashic readings appear in golden letters. And without any alteration, manipulation, or dilution, the Balasans read them out as it is to the participants. The initiated Balasans can, of course, view the Akashic records, but only the avatar can alter, edit, and upgrade and change the Akashic records. So during the darshans and diksha, the Supreme Point of Hinduism blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayers of the devotees. And what can you ask in the Akashic records? You can ask the most accurate and unbiased answers to any questions about your life, destiny, purpose, or any everyday part of your life. You can be spiritually healed of physical and emotional problems with just a look or a word. You can understand the reasons behind your life's happenings, receive blessings to fulfill your right desires, and get clarity to redesign your future. And if you would like to sign up for the Akash readings, you can sign up at tinyurl.com/askkalabhairava. And now let us get ready to witness a live demonstration of the powers of Akashic readings. And before that, we will be seeing a live demonstration of the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for this power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadhyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by the stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. And the Apta Pramana for this power is where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natumam shakyase drashtu manenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. And in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So, in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishrupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And specifically in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And then the next, the Atma Pramana for this power in Swamiji's own words. This experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as me. And now all of you can see the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So all of you can see that study measures were done on the Supreme Point of Hinduism himself, on the brainwaves of the Supreme Point of Hinduism himself, using a PET, a positive emission tomography. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And now we'll be getting into Sakshi Pramana, where this rare and sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to all of us for our ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And as a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Point of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, matter. And he is gifting this pure and great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences through the science of Diksha, initiation, for millions of people. And everyone who has been initiated into these sciences have actually experienced these profound results and the extraordinary manifestation in their day-to-day lives. And now we'll be seeing a live demonstration of the power of third eye. Yes, so now we'll be getting into the live demonstration of the power of third eye. So with me, I have this eye band, which will not let any type of light to enter around my eyes. And it will even cover the bridge of the nose over here. And it's usually said that without light, one cannot see anything. So this eye band will be covering all the light around my eyes. And then any one of you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section and I will be reading out the comments. So now I have a volunteer with me and she will be tying the eye band on my eyes. Yes. So now the eye band has been put. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that there's no gaps anywhere around. And now the YouTube comments will be projected in front of me and it will also be projected for all of you. So all of you can see the YouTube comments and anyone who would like me to read your comment, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. So yes, we have the last comment from Rajaya who has put Nithyanandamma. And before that we have Prabjot Gill who has put my survival. Please, I beg you, I just want, okay, I want to get enlightened and leave if I can't do anything or help anyone. Om. And then Namaskar emoji, thank you. Thank you for the beautiful job placement that you have let me be a part of, and a smiley emoji. Yes, so now with that, we'll be moving to the next power of, also all of you can see the YouTube comments. Yes, so we have a last comment from Silanji who has put Nithyanandam, and then smiley emoji, and which, yeah, so it's a smiley emoji and then a heart, orange heart, and namaskar emoji. So yes, with that, we'll now be moving to the next power, the power of Akashic reading, an exciting power. So I request a volunteer to now remove my iPad. So yes, all of you can now see the icon. You can all see the icon. It is just as it was before. And we will now be moving to the next power, an exciting power, where we will be seeing the live demonstration of the Akashic readings. So now that we have all witnessed the live demonstration of the third eye, we will now be moving to the next part of Akashic readings. So we will have the Balasans joining us for the Guru Puja and for the Akashic readings. And we'll have Ma Pragyana joining us for the Akashic readings, and she will be starting with the Guru Puja. So once Ma Pragyana is done with the Guru Puja, she will be doing the Guru Puja and getting into the space of oneness with Swamiji, tuning into the space of oneness with Swamiji, with Paramashiva. And we will be starting with the Guru Puja, and once she does the Guru Puja, she will be starting the Akashic readings where questions will be asked. Questions will be asked, and Kalbhairava, through the Balasant, will be revealing the answers through the Akashic records. So if any of you would like to ask questions, if any of you have questions. So if any of you would like to ask questions, you can sign up the form tinyurl.com/askkalabhairava. Yes, so now we have with us Ma Pragyana, and she will be starting with the Guru Puja and tuning into the space of oneness with Swamiji to start the Akashic readings. So she will now be starting the Guru Puja.
नित्यानन्दं परमस्पदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तं ब्रह्मातीतं गगनसदृशं दक्षिणस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं सुखरहितम् नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रीनितिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितपिटिकौपीनवसनः ददानो दुष्टारं शिरसिपनिराजं शशिकलाम् प्रदीपः सर्वेषामरुणगिरियोगी विजयते हृत्पद्ममासनं दद्यात् सहस्रारच्युताम्बुदैः पाद्यं चरणयो दद्यात् मनस्तु अर्घ्यं निवेदयेत् तेन मृतेनाचमनीयं स्थानीयं तेन च स्मृतम् आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् द्वन्द्वस्याद् चित्तं प्रकल्पयेत् पुष्पं धूपं प्राणान् प्रकल्पयेत् तेजस्तत्त्वं च दीपार्थं नैवेद्यं स्याच्युताम्बुधिः अनाहतत्वनिर्गन्धा वायुतत्त्वं च चामरम् सहस्रारं भवेत् छत्रं शक्ततत्त्वं च गीतकम् नित्यमिन्द्रियकर्माणि साञ्चल्यं मनसस्तदा सुमेकलां पद्ममालां पुष्पं नानाविधं तदा अमायाह्ये भावपुष्पैः अर्चये भावगोचरम् अमायं मनहङ्कारं मरागं ममदं तदा अमोहकम् अदम्बं च अद्वैसाक्षोपकौ तदा अमात्सर्यम् अलोभं च दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधाः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रियनिग्रहः दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं क्षपं शमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेद् भगवन्तं श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवम् ॐ ह्रीं एतत्पाद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं एष अर्घ्यः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीमिदं माचमनीयोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीमिदं स्नानीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीमिदं वस्त्रोत्तरीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं केशगन्धः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीमिदं सच्चन्दनपुष्पं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीमिदं सच्चन्दनबिल्वपत्रं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं एकधूपः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं श्रीकल्पः सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ श्रीं शोककर्णवेद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ श्रीं ज्ञानार्जोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं पुनराचमनीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। आराधिकं कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं सुरेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी कृतं नमामि। भवं भवानी कृतं नमामि। भवं भवानी कृतं नमामि। रात्रिकं समर्पयामि श्री नित्यानन्द परमशङ्करकमलेभ्यो नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्तकर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदाने तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नादश्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरुश्री जगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविदाहिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तद्गुरुं तं नमामि। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः।
Yes, now we will be getting into the Akashic readings. So the first question we have is from Zhong Quinn Ni. She's asking, Dear Lord, why did I develop overeating since my early teenage years? How can I complete with it? Gratitude.
Do Mahaganapati Puja. You will be liberated from your addiction, it is a developed pattern. So start doing Mahaganapati Puja. You will see gradually it is getting healed. Blessings.
The next question we have is from Yun Lo. She is asking, what is my purpose of life? Thank you.
Being a major part in revival of the Hinduism and being a power manifester, you will spread Hinduism blessings.
The next question we have is from Ma Celine Guilame. She is asking, Kal Bhairava, what is my purpose, my life purpose in this life and how to achieve it?
You will manifest various Shaktis of Paramashiva and bring the signs of enlightenment. And the solutions for enlightenment in Kailasa to thousands of people. Blessings.
The next question is from Amelik. She's asking, Dear Kal Bhairava, bless me with a happy long life. I don't feel safe where I am living. Maybe is paranoia. Are you protecting me? Am I safe?
Conscious protection is always given. Physical protection is your responsibility. Blessings.
Yes, that's it we have for today, Kal Bhairava. And with that, now the Balsant will be chanting the Purna Mantra and coming out of the space.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam.
Yes, thank you, Ma Prajnana. And with that, we now come to a conclusion of this power manifestation segment. I thank all of you who have joined us today for this power manifestation segment, and we will be moving on now to the further segments of this program, where you will be seeing, we will be learning more about Lord Mahakal Bhairava. So we'll be first looking at how the world is today versus Kailasa today. So the world today is booming with psychological issues. All of you can see the statistics where more teenagers are experiencing depression. The youth of today and the hope of tomorrow is facing episodes of depression, and that is at an all-time high. And Kailasa, the spiritual solution, as Kailasa has taken up the responsibility for spiritually healing the world. The Nithyananda Hindu University is the world's largest Hindu university as per the number of faculties, numbers of students, number of courses, and number of inspired by the Supreme Court of Hinduism, with 20 million plus enrollments, 7,000 plus courses, extended campuses in 150 countries. And the Nithyananda Hindu Library is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, and spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism. And the world today has right now many troubled adults. The whole world is going through a phase of extreme suffering from rich to poor and young to old. All of you can see the statistics. 1 in 4 older adults reported anxiety or depression amid the coronavirus pandemic, high rates for some groups. And Kailasa, taking the responsibility of spiritually healing the world, the spiritual solution, Sri Kailasa's Uniting Nations for Consciousness studies and practices over the past 27 years have been working towards empowering enlightening adults with the greater science of Hinduism. And today, with the blessings of the Supreme Court of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Kailasa has over 10,000 de facto spiritual embassies aimed at bringing spiritual healing, empowerment, and enlightenment for the benefit of humanity, mankind. And the world today is soaring with death rates in the year 2020. 2020 was especially very deadly due to the COVID, and COVID wasn't the only culprit. At least 356,000 in the US alone died, more than usual since the advent of COVID-19. But not all of these deaths are linked to COVID-19. And Kailasha has a spiritual solution. Having taken the responsibility to spiritually heal the world during the pandemic, Kailasha's Department of Religion and Worship, in collaboration with the different services, have been offering Maheshwara Puja twice a month for the departed souls who passed due to COVID, natural calamities, unnatural calamities, devastation, and much more for the year 2020 till date. And through the Maheshwara Puja, the departed souls are offered completion and liberation through the sacred rituals offered at the feet of the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And now we will be learning who is Mahakal Bhairava. We will be learning more about Mahakal Bhairava. So Kala Bhairava is the lord of Yama as described in the Kathopanishad. And Kala Bhairava is the lord of integrity and is also the lord of justice. Kala Bhairava is one of the most powerful expressions of Paramashiva and is very easily accessible. The moment you call, he will be there. That is the beauty of Kala Bhairava. And Kala Bhairava gives you eternal life. When you decide to be life positive, he, as time is the energy on which all the memories are stored. And Kala Bhairava is the cosmic record keeper of anything happening, and yet to happen. So you can just ask Kala Bhairava, he will pull it out and give the whole record. And constantly contributing, sharing yourself, extremely loving, is the smell of life positivity, and that is the source of Kala Bhairava.
The mood of your body, your mind, your physiology, and your psychology, which you keep now, plays a very important role in your whole life. If you keep the now with incompletions, that will continue forever. If you keep the now in completion and clarity, that Kala does not meet your consciousness in the past or in the future. He meets your consciousness now in the present.
And any simple act you do without calculation, the strength that you feel of Kala Bhairava. Use love as a strategy for your existence. The joy that oozes out in your being is the strength of Kala Bhairava. The simple act of giving love, strengthens your Kala dimension, and that is Kalabhairava's strength.
All justice is delivered cosmically only from pure space of love. To maintain intense space of love, Paramashiva will raise you to the space of being just and deliver justice to the world.
And extreme authenticity makes you manifest Kalabhairava. Do intense authentic yoga every day. You can choose any time you want. You can do the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, all the 108 asanas with the 12 sequence. For the first few days, it may take 1 hour or 1.5 hours, but later it can be done in less than 42 minutes. At least do the Prathama Vinyasa Krama intensely every day. Kalabhairava will manifest in you. Kalabhairava breaks, destroys, and burns all the self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial. So even if you have not realized, Kalabhairava can manifest in you and make realizations happen. That is the power of Kalabhairava.
Kalabhairava is the dimension of the universe where multiverses happen, exist for zillions of years and dissolve spontaneously, simultaneously. He destroys negativity because of his love for life. Anyone radiates love for life becomes part of Kalabhairava and you achieve eternity. In every action, bring intense love, bring intense completion with yourself and others. With every animal, tree, everything, with your home, family, with your friends, with everyone, bring complete completion.
And the Shastra Pramana for this comes from the Kamikagama Purvapada, Mantrodhara Patalam, verse 24. Gakaro bhairavam nyeyam muktabham shatrunashanam nakarakkalabhijam cha kalam sarvajayam bhavet. And the translation for this is, the letter Gha is related to Bhairava. It is the color of pearl. It has the power of destroying the enemy. The letter Na is related to Kaladeva. It is the color of black. It has the power of bestowing victory in all endeavors.
As per Hindu history Shiva Purana, Paramashiva took the form of Kalabhairava to dissipate the illusion of Brahma. When Brahma created this world, it was fun. For a moment, he made it as a game. That moment is the fifth head of Brahma. Kalabhairava got that fifth head and said, play should be play. Why are you making it as a game? The play has become a game. Kalabhairava's form invokes terror in inauthentic souls, yet he is glorious to those who are willing to drop their hypocrisies and at his gaze.
And the Samskara Dahana Kriya is the Brahma Kapala, which swallows all your pain patterns and stops the multiplying of your pain patterns. So the Samskara Dahana Kriya itself means burning all your pain patterns, which is the root of suffering in your life.
Time shaft means the time, Kala Chakra, continuously moving. The future is continuously entering into the past, this moment. The next moment is already future. By now it has already become past. Future, now I am. But already it has become past. The past is continuous. The future is continuously becoming the past. The future time is continuously becoming the past. The time is moving. The time shaft continuously is rolling and moving. Your future is also nothing but the past. So you are seeing only one portion of the time shaft.
And when the cosmic laws penetrate you, you visualize the time as Kala Chakra. The Kala Chakra is penetrating all of us now. You are touching the Kala Chakra now, and love is the lubricant. If you carry the lubricant in your heart, it will be smooth and a happy moment. But if you carry violence or powerless cognitions, every time the Kala Chakra touches you, you will be angry, boiling, and powerless.
भुक्तिमुक्तिदायकं प्रशस्तचारुविग्रहं भक्तवत्सलं स्थितं समस्तलोकविग्रहम्. From the Kalabhairavashtakam, the fourth verse, where the translation goes, where Salutations to Sri Kalabhairava, who is the giver of worldly prosperity and liberation, and who has an auspicious, pleasing form, who is kind and loving to his devotees, and who stands firm as deity of all the lokas. Bhagwan Kalabhairava bestows abundance in wealth and prosperity in our lives and also bestows liberation upon all of us. Worshipping Kalabhairava awakens the feeling connection we have and help us see the deep compassion and lovingness in Kalabhairava.
And a line from the sixth verse of the Kalbharavashtakam says, Mrityu Darpanashanam Karaladam Shramokshanam, which means destroys the pride of death manifested as fear within us, and whose large terrible fangs liberate us from the fear of death. So Bhagavan Kalbhairava liberates us from the fear of death, which is the root of all our fears, all the fears that we experience in our lives.
Drishtipatanashtapapajalamuggrashashanam Ashtasiddhidayakam Kapalamalikam Dharam, which is from the seventh verse of Kalabhairvashtakam, which translates to whose terrific glance destroys the net of the powerful and mighty rule of sins in our mind, who bestows the eight siddhis and who wears a garland of skulls. Just one glance of Bhagwan Kalbhairava destroys the various sins committed by us in our lifetime. Just by worshipping Bhagwan Kalabhairava, he removes the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, and other patterns which doesn't allow us to manifest various Shaktis of Paramashiva and shower us with the various powers given by Paramashiva.
And the ninth verse of Kalabhairavashtakam also says, Shoka moha dainya loba kopatapanashanam te prayanti Kalabhairavangri sannidham dhruvam. And this means, and which destroys mental sorrows and afflictions, delusions and infatuations, wretchedness and depressions, passions and anger, and mental heat and burns. And after death, the devotee will surely attain the feet of Sri Kalabhairava. So Bhagavan Kalbhairava destroys the burns and the patterns of sorrow, delusion, depression, and anger inside us. And when we come to the end of this lifetime, it is rest assured that we will merge in oneness with Bhagavan Kalabhairava himself. So now let's see the 5 sutras to manifest Kalabhairavoham.
So let us learn the science of Kalabhairavoham. There are 5 truths, the sutras, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the 7th Jan of 2021. And these 5 important truths, the sutras, are the techniques to experience Kalabhairavoham and live as Kalabhairava. So listen to these 5 statements intensely. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed that you will become enlightened and start manifesting now.
Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva-Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect and blessings. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, everyone sitting with my love and blessings. My blessings to New Zealand and Fiji Sangha, Kailasa in New Zealand and Kailasa in Fiji. I enjoyed your sincerity and integrity. Thank you. So beautiful. Practically, I know everyone. Gautamananda and Kavita, Murali, Kaladevi, Neha. I know every one of you. Love you guys. Only I'm not seeing Ma Deva Vedanta. I don't know where my Ma Deva Vedanta is, but love and blessings to all of you. I know every one of you, Ma Barbara. I know literally all of you by name, and blessings to the whole New Zealand Sangha. So beautiful. And blessings to all of you. Ma Deepika, Ma Neha, Ma Kavita, and Kaladevi. Blessings. Murali, every one of you, my blessings. Let's enter into today's satsang. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Listen to these 5 statements intensely. You will become enlightened and start manifesting powers now, immediately. I am not playing with your greed. I am playing with your consciousness. Listen carefully. I am not playing with your greed. I am playing with your consciousness. Listen to the 5 statements I am going to make now. These are the 5 sutras. I am going to reveal the sutras only now, doing Kandana Mandana and establishing the powerfulness of the sutra is the job of the Bhashyakaras, my Sampradaya, my disciples. Now, I am only going to reveal these 5 sutras. Listen. Listen to these 5 sutras. Sutra 1. The person, being, who is bold enough to deny existence of suffering and pain in your life, even if your mind brainwashes you and forces you to believe that suffering exists, in front of that mind, if you boldly stand and terrorize that mind by your powerful way of denying the existence of suffering, you become the space for Mahakala Bhairava, and no karma touches you. You establish yourself in the neutral zone called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I'll repeat. Powerfully, if needed, arrogantly, with the tremendous pride, declare your Paramashivatva by arrogantly, if needed, illogically, even if it feels like stupid, terrorize your mind by denying the suffering and pain. just deny to accept the existence of pain and suffering. Do not look for solution, for compromised understanding. Do not look for quick relief. Do not look for alternative methods. Do not look for solution. Be powerful. Needed, even be arrogant or irrational, illogical, stupid. Anything is okay. Just deny the existence of suffering and pain. For all my disciples who knows I am truth, nothing but truth, Satya, I am giving this as initiation. You will all be successful in this initiation truth. Decide to treat your mind or anyone externally or internally trying to convince you that you have suffering, you have pain, treat them very cheaply, like a shit. Whether somebody outside or somebody inside, trying to convince you, brainwash you, that the suffering and pain exists, treat them like a shit, cheap. Listen carefully. Your conscious decision, suffering doesn't exist, pain doesn't exist. Even if I am terrorized by the pain and suffering, I will stand by my Guru Vak. Pain and suffering does not exist. Even if you are surrounded by the lava, molten, the melted stone, lava, declare, my Guru has told there is no pain, there is no suffering. I will throw my jata for you to hold and lift you to Kailasa. Listen. Demonstrate your powerfulness, even if it looks like arrogance, in front of delusion which is trying to brainwash you. You have suffering, you have pain. Listen carefully. When you deny outright the existence of pain and suffering, the whole change goes on. The whole change happens in your system, creates space for Paramashiva. Suddenly you will see the universe is moving around you. You are the center. Listen. Look for peace, you will enjoy bliss. Don't look for bliss, you will always land in hopelessness. Understand this first sutra. When I say deny pain and suffering, I am not saying look for bliss and joy. No, look for peace. Deny pain, deny suffering, deny their very existence, not their reasons, cause. No. Shit is a shit is a shit. And the beauty is, the good news is that shit doesn't exist. That's the good news I have for you. Pain is a shit may not be a good news. But the shit called pain does not exist is a good news. Listen intensely. This one sutra can give enlightenment to all my disciples now. This moment. You can start manifesting powers. Just decide. I deny the existence of any form of pain and suffering inside and outside me. I am not interested in even recognizing the existence of pain and suffering. Forget about the causes. If you don't even accept the existence of that shit, why will you try to find the cause of that shit? Denial of pain and suffering gives you one of the greatest opening to look into the reality. Denial of pain and suffering, I am not teaching as a technique for you to practice. I am revealing this as a truth for you to wake up. Being my disciple, you don't have a right to suffer or have pain. Either be my disciple and renounce the right to have suffering and pain, or marry the pain and suffering and drop me. Decision to deny the pain and suffering and its very existence in any form is the pure neutral space, nirvikalpa samadhi in you. It does not come by practice, it comes by decision. It comes by decision, not by any practice. Decide. Enough. I went through this rut of pain, believing that pain and suffering exists, and then trying to find the cause, and then trying to find the solution. By the time I find the solution, I realize the solution is not working, and by the time I find that solution is not working, I am more frustrated, and with the more frustration, I find more pain and suffering. The moment you accept the existence of pain and suffering, you put your leg on the sarukku parai, slippery rock, of delusion. After that, nobody can save you. So deny the very existence. Don't try to make a technique out of what I am saying. To all my disciples, I am giving a command, not technique, order. You don't have a right to have suffering or pain. By becoming my disciple, you have committed your life, your inner space to me, and you don't have a right to have pain or suffering. Listen carefully. When you decide the pain and suffering has no existence, this is the truth. Even till I realize, because Swamiji has realized he loves me, he will tell only good to me, and he will reveal only the truth to me. Because he has revealed, I know for sure there is no suffering, there is no pain, and I won't get brainwashed by any fellow who is trying to tell me that suffering and pain exists. Anyone who is trying to brainwash me is lower than my guru who is trying to wash my brain. My guru who is trying to wash my brain is far superior for me than anyone who is trying to brainwash me with the existence of pain and suffering ideas. The first sutra. The second sutra, listen. Second sutra, your mind reflects on your brain, and your brain is given a special power to rejuvenate itself in 1 year. In 1 year, the brain completely releases all the old dead cells and recreates itself. It's a even modern day science agrees. It is not only that Ayurveda, the Vedic biology, Hindu biology reveals this truth. Even the modern day science agrees with what I am revealing. Your brain completely replaces itself every 1 year. Listen. When your brain replaces itself, replenishes itself, recreates itself, it can either expand its possibility to radiate Paramashiva, or it can shrink its ability to radiate Paramashiva. Both possibilities exist, but there is no neutral. There is no neutral gear. There is no such thing as just, I am just stable. I am neither going down nor going up. No, that doesn't exist. Either you go up or you go down. That's it. So now be very clear. If you decide the truth today, I am declaring this first sutra very arrogantly. Have pride. You have Paramashiva as Guru. You have Paramashiva directly teaching you and initiating you. And you don't even need to practice what I am teaching. If you have the arrogance, Paramashiva is your Guru, you simply know what I am revealing is the truth and you just start living. Listen, very rare to have intimate feeling connection with me because I have created enough rumors and scandals around me. All those vada vada soda soda cheap shitty mind cannot get connected to me or accept me. It needs tremendous maturity. Even to feel this fellow is talking the truth. Even if you feel this guy is telling the truth and this guy seems to be loving me, be very clear, you are a matured guy. You think all these rumors and scandals which are getting created around me is not under my control? That's the way I cheat human beings. I tell you, if you feel these three statements, I think Swamiji loves me. And I know for sure Swamiji knows the ultimate truth. And I think Swamiji tells the ultimate truth to me. If you believe these three statements, or even any one of these three statements, just stand up and do a pradakshina. Namaskar means circumambulation of yourself. Atma pradakshina, just love yourself. Celebrate yourself for being yourself. You are worthy of namaskara, namaskara. That's a powerful blessing, I tell you. If you cognize even any one of these three statements, now what I am telling you will straight go into your system. I'll just nail it straight on your brain. Decide, be arrogant. I am disciple of Nithyananda. எங்க சாமி எவனையும் கேர் பண்ணாது. அத மாதிரிதான் நாங்களும். With this clarity, deny the existence of all kinds, types, dimensions of pain and suffering. Even if your brain tells, even if your mind tells, you are sinking in the ocean, the lava is surrounding you, burning your skin. Just tell, pain doesn't exist, suffering doesn't exist. I'll throw my jata and just lift you. Don't worry. Just lift you to Kailasa. And I tell you, death is not end. Mental breakdown is the greatest loss in the life. Not death. Be very clear. Death is not end of the life. It's not full stop. It's just a comma. The greatest loss in life is collapsing from powerful cognition, not death. Fools are those who teach death is the loss. Collapsing from powerful cognition is the greatest loss. Hold on to this powerful truth. Be very clear inside you. Powerfully deny the existence of suffering and pain. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. When you decide with this clarity and truth, the brain which gets rebuilt, newly built, gets rejuvenated, will just expand and reflect the pure cosmos. It will just open up to superconsciousness and vibrate Shiva, 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 Shiva. Hey, listen, our ancestors, rishis, not only knows the whole movement of sun, moon, 9 planets, far beyond the planets, even the stars, so clearly, the 27 stars and their movements they know. How do you think? Thousands of years before, in the Surya Siddhanta, they have described the whole cosmos so clearly because their brain was able to manifest, reflect the pure cosmos. Their consciousness was so peaceful in Shanti, established in Shanti. Careful, listen carefully. Deny the existence of pain and suffering and don't look for joy, bliss, excitement. Look for peace, Shanti, you will get it. You will get it. You will get it. When you look for Shanti, not only you will start enjoying the juice Shanti inside you, that juice makes you a matured being. Consciously matured being. And that maturity creates intense excitement, energy, bliss, joy as a side effect. Don't look for the side effect. So listen carefully. The first sutra, deny the existence of all pain and suffering, all dimensions and aspects of pain and suffering. Even if you are getting drowned in the ocean, just tell yourself, Swamiji said there is no pain or suffering. Come what may, let's see. But there is no pain or suffering. Be very clear. You won't have death. Death is not end. Losing the truth is the greatest loss than death. Society has brainwashed you too much. Society has brainwashed you too much by giving the multiple layered lies. Listen. This multiple layered lies catch your attention. Even if you are convinced about the one lie, gone. You have put your leg on the slippery rock and you will land in the end delusion. Don't. Deny the fundamental, foundational brainwashing technique used by society, deluded society on you, about the existence of pain and suffering. Listen, it is not okay to be normal with absolutely sick social conditioning. Don't try to be normal with the shit, sick social conditioning. Meditate, contemplate, internalize all the statements today I am making. The first statement is about the truth. Denial of all the brainwashing done to you about the pain and suffering. Second statement. This decision to be in truth will expand your brain's ability to reflect, radiate, manifest superconsciousness with the powerful cosmic space and this cosmic nada, Shiva, 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 Mahanada, Shiva, 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 Shiva. When your brain develops the capacity to reflect and radiate the cosmos in the pure conscious form, your mind can never take possession of your brain and brainwash you to believe into anything called pain and suffering. This is the greatest liberation. This is the greatest liberation. Now, third statement. Listen to this third statement. I am having 25 heads, one consciousness. In you, you have broken yourself into 25 consciousness, even though you have only one head. One head, but working in 25 different, getting pulled and pushed in 25 directions. In my case, I have 25 head, but all integrated to one consciousness. That's why I can think 25 various things and manifest all the 25 various things at a time in a cool, stress-free way. Absolutely. I tell you, even the traitors, drohis, guru drohis, and criminals who conspired against me, even if you talk to them offline, they will tell, oh God, what a memory Swamiji has. What an administration capacity. How he knows thoroughly everything from end to end. Whether how many organizations are there in how many countries, or how many tumblers are there in each ashram, or in which ashram there is a compound wall, which ashram there is only fencing, in which ashram there is a borewell pump, and which ashram there is only a government water supply. Even the people who hate me, who cherish enmity towards me, who are Guru Drohis, even those Drohis, traitors, can't deny my ability to digest information and continue to function without losing the focus or getting distracted. Understand? That is because 25 heads, one consciousness. In your case, one head, conscious is broken 25 ways. One side, your hunger is pulling you in one direction. Another side, your lust is pulling you in another direction. Another side, your fear is pulling you in another direction. Another side, your insecurities are pulling you in another direction. This 25. That is why I am saying, deny the existence of all these so-called ideas of suffering and delusion outright. Don't even put the leg on the slippery rock. You may ask, oh, if I deny the pain and suffering, how will I live a practical life? Only after you deny the existence of pain and suffering, the practical life positive approach will start flowering in you. Till then, what you know is life negative. Nothing called life happened to you till you decide to learn, open up to the truth that there is no suffering, there is no pain. Till then, what you know is all cheap life negative game, slow suicide. I am giving you now, with the blessings and permission and grace of Paramashiva, the very own powerful space of Paramashiva to all of you, the very own inner space of Paramashiva, powerfulness to all of you. This is initiation, not just instruction. Especially all my disciples. As I said, these three statements. Swamiji tells the truth. And Swamiji knows the ultimate truth. I think Swamiji loves me, so he will not cheat me. He will only tell the truth to me. In these three statements, even if you are able to believe, cognize one statement, you are my disciple. If you believe all three, great. As I said, you should stand up and do Atma Pradakshana for yourself and be proud of yourself. You can do all this for you and demonstrate your own love for you. You are blessed. You are really blessed. Because if you believe in these three statements, any one, your heart will start vibrating with this sacred truth I am declaring and revealing to you. You may not show your excitement outside because others are watching, but I know what Swamiji is telling is the truth. That's me, that's me, that's me. He's talking to me. I think he's watching me directly in the Zoom. That's me. To me, he's talking. Understand? I'm talking to each one of you who are listening to me now. Who are listening to me now. decide to be with the 25 head, one consciousness. Not one head, 25 consciousness, broken as pieces. No. Your decision to be with 25 head and one consciousness will suddenly make you stress-free. Decide you are Paramashiva. Even if 25 things are going on in your head, you will live as one consciousness. Suddenly you will be stress-free and you will discover the peace inside you. The peace which is in the center of this universe. Your decision is enough, is what I am repeating. Now, the fourth statement, fourth sutra. Your decision to deny the existence of any form of pain, suffering, delusion, its aspects, dimensions, etc., mentioned and above not mentioned. Mentioned above and not mentioned. Your decision to deny makes such beautiful space in you. Simply start manifesting powers and play with the powers. That will give you tremendous confidence to strengthen powers and powerfulness and deny the existence of pain and suffering and the lower way of existing. This fourth statement, you should intensely listen repetitively and meditate, internalize. See, you become Bhairava. Mahakala Bhairava, Mahabhairava. Mahabhairava does not have karma. Anyone tries to attack him, they get the karma and they suffer. He himself does not have any karma. He is in a pure space. You establish yourself in that very space. You yourself will see clearly. When somebody does good to you, they get good. When somebody tries to do bad to you, they get bad. You don't have any karma. You are not the initiator of. And suddenly your past disowns you. Not that you disown your past disowns you. Your past should disown you. Then you are liberated once for all. Your husband should run away from you. Then you are liberated once for all. Now, I am not saying literally. I meant anything you want to get rid of, that should get rid of you. Then you are liberated once for all. You trying to get rid of your past is a cheap, stupid way. That is not Nithyananda way. Your past should get terrorized and should decide to get rid of you. That is Nithyananda way. That's the royal way of Kailasa, royal way to Kailasa. Your past should feel this guy, nut gone loose, screw gone loose. Not only the nut gone loose, screw gone loose, his main shaft itself is missing. So where will I go and fit myself in his life? It should get terrorized and just leave you. Listen. Take this teaching very sincerely and very seriously. And especially when you have a love for me, it will be very easy. Because, you know, I may sound a little cranky, but I tell the truth as it is. See, when you start loving me, the whole pseudo dignity of the society loses power over you. You are detoxed by the stupid social conditioning. You become pure space for Paramashiva's ultimate truths to manifest. Sit like Mahabhairava, Mahakala Bhairava. Hey, I am telling you the truth. You are Mahakala Bhairava. I am not brainwashing you. Actually, if I want to exploit you, I should tell you are something lower than God. I should be brainwashing you into some lower identity so that I can continue to exploit you. But I am not interested in exploiting you. I am interested in expressing through you. You are my soulmate. You are my conscious life partner. I celebrate when you are liberated. Anyone who is now catching what I am saying and saying, yes, Swamiji told, I have no suffering, no pain forever. And I am deciding I have no suffering, no pain. You are my beloved now. I just want to hug you. You are my own. I have only one reason to tell the truth, because truth makes you fulfilled and makes me fulfilled. You are Kala Bhairava. Sit like Kala Bhairava and tell very clearly to your past, present, future. Hey, I am Kala Bhairava. Anyone tries to do good to me, they will be given good. Anyone tries to do bad, they will be given bad. But I am not initiator of any karma. I am the neutral, sacred space, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you throw laddu on me, you will get the laddu back. If you throw stone on me, you will get that stone back. If you throw the shit on me, you will get that shit back. But nothing will touch me, and I will not throw anything. I will not be working, operating in any of the cognition level where this sick society operates. There is no concept of pseudo dignity and the reason to operate. Far from pseudo dignity. With this clarity, sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I tell you that quality which oozes out from your consciousness into your body, it will actually literally bring that sweetness in your tongue. That is what is actually Amrita. Amrita means the principles of immortality digested, cognized by your mind and gets sunk, drilled, driven into your brain, and that brain's opening up, flowering, that Sahasrara Chakra flowering, and that honey pours inside the system, literally brings sweetness inside your throat. Amrita. Principles of immortality. Truths of immortality. When they are chewed by your mind and gets into your brain, the chemistry, alchemistry happens in you, in your biology, is nectar. Actually, I am tasting that this very moment. That's the reason I am taking a few seconds to settle down and speak. Now, the fifth statement. Listen to this fifth statement. When you start actively practicing this truth, express it in your inner image with yourself, through your outer image with others, all the conflict will become irrelevant. Be powerful, bold, to stand any stress created externally or internally. When you manifest this truth and demonstrate your vairagya and will persistence uncompromisingly, vairam vainda vairagyam, vairagya like a diamond, vajra, vajra vairagya. That's all. That's all. Listen, 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 listen to this truth and internalize, manifest. All of you are my loved ones. my near and dear ones, my soulmates, my beloveds. It's for all of you. I am keeping myself alive amidst so much of attack, whether assassination attacks, attempts, or defamation, identity, whatever the lies and shit, false pains, sufferings thrown on me, not only I deny them, I disgrace all those pain and suffering. Blessings to all of you. Initiation happen and all of you manifest. This great enlightenment experience. The state, space, powers of Paramashiva. I also have a lot of proclamations and letters of appreciation from all over the world. I'll upload all of it in the Facebook and social media. Please enjoy them. Maybe I'll read out in further satsangs. Today we have 143 proclamation letters from all over the world. But now I wanted to give you all the time to meditate and be in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living. Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nitya Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, so now that all of us have listened to what the Supreme Point of Hinduism, what Swamiji said about the five sutras, let us now move on to how Mahakalbhairava does not have karma. So your decision to deny the existence of any form of suffering, its delusions, its aspects, dimensions, and what is not mentioned here also makes such a beautiful space in you. You will simply start manifesting and playing with the powers. It will give you tremendous confidence and strength and powerfulness, and deny the existence of pain and suffering, the lower way of existence. And this fourth statement, you should intensely listen repetitively and internalize. You will become Bhairava, Mahakala Bhairava, Mahabhairava. And Mahabhairava does not have karma. Anyone tries to attack him, they get the karma and they suffer. He is in a pure space. You establish yourself in that very space. You yourself will see clearly. When somebody does good for you, they get good. And when they do bad to you, they get bad. You are not the initiator of karmas. Suddenly your past disowns you. You not that you disown your past. When you are liberated once and for all. And Supreme Bond of Hinduism says, take this teaching very sincerely and very seriously, especially when you have love for me. It will be very easy because you know I tell the truth as it is. When you start loving me, the whole pseudo dignity of the society loses power over you. You become a pure space for Paramashiva, for the ultimate to manifest. So now let's get into the process. So, which all of you will be doing now. So you can sit like Kalbhairava and tell your past, present, and future.
So let's enter into this process. Sit like Kalabhairava and tell your past, present, and future. I am Kalabhairava. Anyone that tries to do good to me, they will be given good. Anyone who tries to do bad to me, they will be given bad. But I am not the initiator of any karma. I am the neutral, sacred space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you throw laddu on me, you will get laddu back. If you throw stone on me, you will get stone back. If you throw shit on me, you will get shit back. But nothing will touch me, and I will not throw anything back at you. I will not be working in any cognition where the sick society operates. There is no concept of pseudo dignity as a reason to operate.
And with this clarity, sit in the Vikalpa Samadhi. Some of you might be wondering how to sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So don't create a thought, don't sustain a thought, don't try to destroy or fight with a thought. Just don't bother about what is going on inside you. Whether thoughts or emotions, pain or peace, do not respond to anything. Just decide, let me be unclutched. Sit with that unclutched Nirvikalpa Samadhi. It will literally bring that sweetness in your tongue. That is what is actually Amrita.
When you start actively practicing this truth, expressing it in your inner image with yourself, through your outer image with others, all the conflicts will become irrelevant. Be powerful, bold, to stand any stress created externally or internally. When you manifest this truth and demonstrate your vairagya and will persistence uncompromisingly.
And the Atma Pramana for this was an experience of the Supreme Point of Hinduism at the age of 10, that pain is a lie. So it started with Annamalai Swamigal saying that we are not the body, we are beyond the body. He started teaching Ramana Maharishi's teachings, and the Supreme Point of Hinduism ran home and wanted to check how we can be beyond the body and we are beyond pains and suffering. So the Supreme Point of Hinduism took the shaver. In those days, his father used to have a slide blade and shave. He took that razor and literally cut his thigh. Of course, there was bleeding. The Supreme Point of Hinduism's mother saw this and immediately rushed him to the hospital. Their family doctor Dr. Karunanidhi attended to him. The doctor was like family, and almost 13 stitches were given to Swamiji to stop the bleeding. And he he did all what was needed medically. And then he said in front of the Supreme Point of Hinduism and his parents that this is not an accidental cut. He has purposely done it because it's so deep. Such a long cut cannot be accidental. Ask him why he did it. So Swamiji's parents started investigating why he did this, why Swamiji did that. The doctor even had a doubt whether it was a suicide attempt. Then the Supreme Court of Hinduism explained the whole thing to his mother and father and to the doctor. That Annamalai Swamigal told we don't have pain, and I just wanted to check whether I have pain or not. So I cut myself and to see whether I have pain and suffering or not.
And on the 14th of June 2011, the Supreme suffered a complicated type 1 open fracture, both of the bones of the right forearm. And this usual pain that is experienced in this kind of double open fracture would cause excruciating pain for weeks and would leave one bedridden with the hand completely. Medication would be an absolute necessity. However, in the case of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, from the moment the horrendous fracture occurred, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was continuously joyful and smiling. And even while preparing for the travel to the hospital, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism suggested that the doctors perform the surgery without any anesthesia, and was continuously sharing that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism never experienced an ounce of pain at any point during the entire incident. And he never used any pain medication either.
And a Parabhakti sharing from another disciple. It says, when you deny the existence of pain and suffering in your life, how beautifully Kalbhaiva takes care of you. Let us hear the touching sharing of one of the disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism.
So, yes, you can. Now we will be entering into the segment why we need Guru in our lives. So who is a Guru? The Guru is the master, or master is not a vyakti, a person as you imagine. He is a tattva, a principle. He is simply a physical representation. In the Vedic tradition, the spiritual teacher, the Guru or the master, is said to be more important than God himself. God is always and everywhere, but it is the Guru who opens the disciples' eyes to the existence of God. The master is the doorway to one's own experience of the divine.
And the Shastra Pramana for this comes from the Guru Gita, verse 21. Ananyas chintayanto mam sulabham paramam padam tasmat sarva prayatnena gururadhanam guru.
And the translation of this pramana: the supreme state is easily attained by those who think of nothing else but me. Therefore, strive to the utmost to propitiate the Guru.
And another Shastra Pramana, which also comes from the Guru Gita, verse 18. Guru Murtim Smare Nityam Guru Nama Sada Japet Gurur Agnyam Prakurvita Guru Ranyan Bhavayet.
And the translation of this verse: always remember the Guru's form. Constantly repeat the divine name given by the Guru. Always follow the Guru's command. Think of nothing else other than the Guru.
Verse from the Guru Gita, verse 11, it says, Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Sevanat Dehi Brahma Bhaved Yasmat Tvakripartam Vadhamite.
And the translation of this verse: out of compassion for you, I shall tell you how the embodied soul becomes Brahman. having been purified of all sins by serving the feet of the Sri Guru. So to experience the enormous compassion of the Guru, you just have to make yourself available. And in this next segment that we will be entering into, we will understand how we can deepen our connection with the Guru and how we can strengthen our connection with Guru. We will be entering into the offering segment where we can understand some of the offerings that we can make to Kala Bhairava and how these offerings will help you have a much more deeper experience of the Guru. So all of us want to live without pain and suffering in our lives. And we want to live as Kala Bhairava, denying the existence of pain and suffering. However, we have a question. Is it possible for me? And how long will it take for me to realize this? I have tried before, but have not been successful. Is there an instant way for me to manifest and experience this truth? Does Hinduism offer any solution that is instant and immediate? The good news is yes, Hinduism does provide an instant way to experience Kala Bhairavoham. You are going to learn the sacred science here and now.
So let's see how we can manifest Kala Bhairavoham intensely. So every action becomes independent energy. Every action done in the cosmos becomes an independent energy. For example, Paramashiva blessed Brahma with Paramashivoham, experiencing by removing Brahma's ego, cutting of Brahma's fifth head. That action becomes an independent energy, and that is what is called Kala Bhairava. Paramashiva destroyed the ego of Daksha. That action became the independent energy called Veerabhadra.
And Paramashiva did the action of begging from the rishis to teach them a lesson, to take their pride away. And that action became Bhikshadana. And Paramashiva destroyed a demon who was hiding in the form of an elephant. That action became an independent deity, the Gaja Samhara Murti. And Paramashiva danced in ecstasy, and that action became Nataraja. Paramashiva saved Markandeya from death, and that became an independent deity, Kala Kala.
And every action of Paramashiva's energy, the ultimate energy, becomes one deity. When you connect with those independent intelligence, those deities, whatever you want immediately happens. Immediate results can be achieved by connecting with those deities. And the Shastra Pramana for this comes from the Bhagavad Gita. Kangshanta karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja.
And the translation of this verse, those who long for the results of an action worship with rites the divine energies. For in this mortal world, the success of an action comes immediately.
And any result you want to manifest, just worship the divine energies that are the embodiment of those specific principles. If you want to conquer your ego, then worship Kala Bhairava.
So now we will be entering into the offering segment where we will understand some of the ornaments of Bhagavan Kala Bhairava that we can offer to him. And this segment is a beautiful opportunity for us to deepen our connection with Kala Bhairava and with our Guru. So let us enter into this segment and see what offerings are available to Kala Bhairava. So first, let us understand what is the significance of offering. Offering is a giving of a divine gift of pure love, devotion and oneness, and it consists of two parts, the giving and the accepting. Only when the divine accepts what we offer, the offering becomes complete. Offerings are not made out of fear or out of greed. They are simply a part of the Leela. When an avatar lands, we have the opportunity to make an offering purely out of our love and devotion to, and to be able to experience the science of enlightenment itself. So the first offering that we can make to Kala Bhairava is the Sankalpa offering, which is the offering of a conscious resolution. So anything that we want to manifest in our lives, we can make a Sankalpa offering and offer a conscious resolution to manifest whatever our reality is that we want. So the pramana for this is from the Rig Veda.
You can go back to the previous slide. So the pramana is from the Rig Veda, the second verse, from the Shiva Sankalpa Sutra, Suktam. Yena karmanya parasho mani shino yajje krinvanti yada te shudrirah yada purvam yakshman prajananam tanme manashiva sankalpamastu. So the meaning of this verse is by which you can go back to the previous slide. The means by which a man who wants to do good, whose senses are stilled, and who is wise and diligent, becomes proficient in yajnas and other karmas established by the Shastras, and also that which is the principle and most aware of the means of knowledge, my mind, may you have good intentions.
And offering our resolution as divine is a sacred and conscious act of aligning our straying mind into empowering our declaration with auspicious will, power and manifesting energy of the divine to manifest our intention into reality and for living an enlightened lifestyle.
Offering to Kala Bhairava, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja costs $1,008. So the first verse from the Guru Ashtakam, Shariram Surupam Tatha Va Kalatram Yashascharu Chitram Dhanam Merutulyam Manaschena Lagnam Gurorang Gripatme Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim Tatah Kim. So the translation to this verse is one physique may be superb, one concert likewise, one reputation resplendent and renowned, and one riches and high as mountain Meru, yet in one's mind be not centered upon the lotus feet of the Guru, what then, what then, what then? Offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive auspicious blessings for a strong and intense Guru-disciple relationship with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So here is a beautiful picture of Swamiji's Paduka, Padam, where the Pratyaksha Pada Puja has been offered.
We can continue. Next, the jata, which is offering of a sacred turban and alankar for the jatas of Swamiji himself. And the pramana for this is, go ahead, Ma.
Raktajwalajadadharam sasiyuktam raktangatejomayam aste shulakapalapashadharrum lokasya rakshakaranam.
And the translation of controller of all the elements of existence, Lord Bhairava, he who wears the red flames at his matted hair, his jatas, who wears the moon, who shines in the red color, who holds a drum, spear, skull, rope, and the mace in his hand. And the Jata Alankara Seva is an offering of pure love and devotion to the Guru, who manifests as Kalabhairava and protects the disciples' journey and path to enlightenment. And the next
The Vastra Alankara Seva, which costs again $1,008. Devaraja Sevyamana Pavanangri Pankajam Vyalaya Sutram Indu Shekharam Kripakaram, which is from the Kalabhairavashtaka, which means salutations to he who is praised by sage Narada and other yogis, and the one who is Digambara, clothed by sky, signifying that he is the ever free. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is supreme god ruler and protector of the temple city of Kashi. So you can offer the Vastra Seva as an offering of pure love and devotion to the Master Guru, who manifests as Kalabhairava and travels along with the disciple in his or her journey and path to enlightenment in every step.
And significance of the divine. Many of these offerings that we will see today will be made in gold, and there is a great significance of gold in the Hindu tradition. And the pramana from the Atharva Veda.
Treda jutam janmanedam hiranyam agnerekam priyatamam babhuva somasyekam insitasya parapatata apamekam veda sam reta aho tate hiranyam trividastva vishe.
And the pramana translates, tribally born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one. It became dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was hurt. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful Apaka. Let that triple gold be for your long life. And gold is a divine element. It purifies anything it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity.
The significance of divine element, which is gold. Gold is present in all scriptures, in the Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Rituals, feasts were offered in gold bricks, and when one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amount of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The street would have huge columns of huge archways made of gold. Horses, cows were dressed in gold. Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of river of gold. Indus river was called Hirnamaya, which means river of gold. In Rigveda, the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavardhini in Atharva Veda. So, gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned with gold, because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years and it lasts forever.
And the next is the Swarna Indu, the gold moon, an offering in gold. And the pramana for this is
Devaraj Sevyamana Pavanangri Pankajam Vyala Yajna Sutramindu Shekharam Kripakaram.
And the translation to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, whose lotus feet is served by Indra, the king of the Devas, the one who has a snake as his sacrificial thread, the moon on his crown, and the one who is extremely compassionate. So you can offer the Swarna Indu and be blessed with the protective, compassionate, friendly, loving, and ever-giving nature of Kalabhairava.
The Ashitanga Bhairava Stotram, which says for the Swarna Kundalam, the gem-studded gold earrings, which cost $36,000. Trinetram Varadam Shantam Mundamala Shwetavarnam Kripamurtim Bhairava Kundolajvalam Gadakapala Samyuktam Kamarsha Digambaram Banam Patarancha Shankam Cha Akashamalam Kundalam Nagam Yajnopavitam Cha Dhariram Suvibhushitam Brahmani Shakti Sahitam Asharudam Sarupinam Sarvabhishtadharam Nityam Ashtangam Bhajayam Yaham. Salutations to the dark, three-eyed Bhairava who fulfills all desires, who is eternally blessed, blessing all, and is ever peaceful, the sweet, merciful one who is white and garland of skulls, who shines in his earglobes and full of jewels called Philip, who holds mace and skull, is eternally youthful, who holds arrows, conch, japa, mala, and earlobes called kundalan, wears snakes and sacred thread, who is well ornamented and is with goddess Brahma swan and is good to look at. Kalabhairava Kundalam. Kalabhairava's Kundalams signifies that extreme sweetness and compassion of Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is eternally listening to every subtle wish of his devotees and fulfilling them.
And the Varna Damaru, which is the gold rattled drum. And the pramana for this is from the Kalabhairava as Samhara Bhairava.
Shulam Damarugam Shankam Gadam Chakram Chadarinam Gadam Patram Chagadvangam Pashamangushamevacha.
And I meditate on Bhagavan Kalabhairava as Samhara Bhairava, the rejuvenator, who holds the undefeatable trident, the damaru, and the conch, and the mace, and the wheel in his hand. He who holds the sword, the vessel, the rope, and the goad. Salutations to the ever-exuberant Samhara Bhairava, who has fearful looks wearing garland of skulls. And you can offer this Kalabhairava's Damaru, the rattle drum, which is the symbol of remembering, reinforcing all the possibilities. Damaru is the sound, symbol of creation. Receive the blessings to manifest all of your intentions as effortless creation.
Devaraj Sevyamana Pavanangri Pankajam Vyalaya Sutramindushecharam Kripakaram. This beautiful verse describes Swarna Shesha Yajnopavitam, the gold snakes and sacred threads. Salutation. The translation is salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, whose lotus feet is served by Indra, the king of the Devas, he who has snakes as his sacred thread, Yajnopavita, moon on the crown of his head, and one who is extremely compassionate, who is praised by sage Narada and other yogis, and one who is Digambara, clothed by sky, signifying that he is ever free. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is supreme god, ruler, and protector of the temple. You can receive blessings of Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who saves his bond of karma, thereby freeing the jiva from the unfulfilled thought currents, karmas, leading to the liberation and living enlightenment of life.
And the Sarna Pasha, the gold rope. And the pramana from this for this is from the Kalabhairava verse 3.
शूलटङ्कपाशदण्डपानिमाधिकारणं श्यामकायमाधिदेवमक्षरं निरामयं भीमविक्रमं प्रभुं विचित्रताण्डवप्रियं काशिकापुराधिनाथकालभैरवं भजे.
And the salutation Bhagavan Kalabhairava, the supreme God, ruler and protector of temple city of Kashi, who holds the trident, the hatchet, the pasha, and the powerful staff in his hand. And Kalabhairava's rope or the pasha signifies having all emotions under control and bestows compassion. So you can receive the blessings of Kalabhairava, who will protect and take responsibility to bestow enlightenment upon you by making this offering.
The next offering to Mahakalabhairava, Swarna Kadgam, the gold sword, which costs 4,20,000. Unmatha Bhairava Stotram. It says, Ekam Kadvangahastam Punarapi Bhujangam Pashamekam Trashulam Kapalam Kadgahastam Damarukasahitam Vamahastapinakam Chandrarkam Ketumalam Vikritishrikritinam Sarvayagnopavitam Kalam Kalam Takaram Mama Bhayaharam Kshetrapalanam Mami. So the translation to this verse is, I meditate on Bhagavan Kalabhairava as Unmutha Bhairava, the three-eyed one, who is ever pure and young, the one who is of gold color, riding on a swan, holding a sword, skull, pestle, and also the shield. Salutations to the one who is accompanied by the powerful Varahi, the one who presents the sharp intelligence awakened when the mind is cleared of delusion and bestows a space of completion and feeling connection.
And Kalabhairava astrams may be huge, but they signify extreme precision. And Kalabhairava's Trishul may be as huge as the Meru Danda and the Meru Hill, but it is as precise as invasive laser surgeries are precise. How the non-invasive laser surgeries performed on your heart are precise. Kalabhairava's Trishul is that precise because it feels responsible. It may look like Kalabhairava and Kali run riot on the cosmos, but they know precisely where to put the leg and where to put the hand and where to put the sword. It is too precise. The precision is not even one cell. This side or that side, it's more precise than any laser surgery. Kalabhairava's sword signifies the removal of delusion, depression, and confusion to create the unadulterated, pure space of manifesting power. And the next offering is the Sparna Padakam, which is the gem-studded gold sandal. And the pramana for this is from, again, Kalabhairava verse 6.
Ratnapaduka Prabhaviramapadaayutmakam Nityamadvitiyamishta-daivatam Niranjanam Mrityu-darpanashanam Karaladam Shramokshanam Kashikapuradinata Kalabhairavam Bhaje.
And the translation, salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, whose charming, beautiful lotus feet shine adorned by gold sandals and studded with gems. So you can offer the Kalabhairava gem-studded padakas, which represent his power all over the nakshatras and grahas. The gems represent all the stars and the planets. They play a major influence in one's life All these planets and stars serve the Lord of Time, Kalabhairava. By praying to him, one receives the boon of protection from the effect of the grahas and the nakshatras in one's life.
The next offering to Kalabhairava, which is a Swarna Danda. शूलटङ्कपाशदण्डपाणिमाधिकारणं श्यामकायमादिदेवमक्षरं निरामयं भीमविक्रमं प्रभुं विचित्रताण्डवप्रियं काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who wields the spear, hatchet, noose, and stick in his hands, and the one who is primordial cause of the universe. Kalabhairava protects us from all internal and external delusions. So offer the danda, the divine staff stick, and receive Bhagavan Kalabhairava's blessings for protection from all internal and external hurdles and delusions.
And next, the gold piece. And this is the pramana from this is from the Kshetra Kalabhairava.
रक्तज्वलजदाधारं शशिधरं रक्तङ्गतेजोमयं दकशूलं कपालपाशगदधरं भैरवं निर्वनं गतवाहनं त्रिनयनं च आनन्दकोलहलं वन्दे भूतपिशाचनाथ वधुकं क्षेत्रस्य पालं शुभम्.
I meditated as a who shines in the red color, holding a drum, spear, skull, rope, and mace in his hand. The three-eyed purest one who is eternally exuberant, riding on a dog and guarding the temple city of Kashi. And the mighty mace of Kalabhairava signifies his protection of the cosmic dharma or righteousness. The universe runs on the principle of dharma, and Kalabhairava protects that principle with the mighty Ghadam. And praying with the deep devotion and surrender bestows a dharmic and righteous life. He breaks and dispels all the negativities with his powerful Ghada, the protection of Kalabhairava. And the next offering.
So the next offering is Swarna Trishulam, the gold undefeatable trident, which costs 6 lakhs. So this is the verse from the Kalabhairavashtakam, second verse. Bhanukoti bhashwaram bhavaptitarakam param neelakantamipsitartadayakam trilochanam kalakalamambujakshamakshaशूलमक्षरं काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, the imperishable one, whose undefeatable trident supports the three worlds. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is supreme God, ruler and protector of the temple city of Kashi. Offer the undefeatable Trishul, which is a symbol of getting you rid of all the impossibilities in all dimensions, thereby causing rejuvenation. Through the Trishul, he removes all the old impossibilities and creates all the possibilities. Receive Bhagavan Kalabhairava's blessings to manifest all possibilities effortlessly.
And the offering is with the bell. And this is the pramana for this, again, Kalabhairava Ashtakam, verse 4.
Adhinata Kalabhairavam bhaje.
And the translation, the salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is shining, who has shining gold belt around his waist, with bells which jingle, creating a variety of pleasing sounds. salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is the supreme god, ruler, and protector of the temple city of Kashi. So you can offer Kalabhairava's bell ornaments, which represent his diligence to remove all of our past life karmas. And he can be freed to live a peaceful life as a Jivan Mukti and receive the blessings liberated from the past life karma and achieve oneness with Paramashiva himself.
The next is the Swarna Kapala Mala, the garland of gold skulls. From the Kalabhairavashtakam, 7th verse. Attahasa binna padmajana mugrashasanam. Attahasa binna padmajanda kosha shantatim. Drishtipatanashta papa jala mugrashashanam. Ashta siddhidayakam kapala malikandharam. Kashikapuradhinata Kalabhairavam bhaje. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who bestows the 8 siddhis and wears a garland of skulls. Salutations to Bhagavan Kalabhairava, who is the supreme god, ruler, and protector of the temple city of Kashi. Offering Kapala Mala to Lord Kalabhairava is offering your ego at his feet, at his divine feet. Receive blessings to destroy the net of Maya and start your journey towards enlightenment.
So here is the list of offerings that you can make to Bhagavan Kalabhairava. And you can visit tiny.cc/BSD offerings to make any of these offerings today. We can move on to the next slide, please. So you can see just you can make, and yes, you can continue to the next slide. And you can tiny.cc/BSD offerings if you are already offering today and make the online payment. And after you make the payment, you can visit the tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021 to fill out your Sankalpa form. However, if you still need some help manifesting any of these offerings, you can visit tiny.cc/Bhavasamadhi and fill out your intention form to make any of these offerings. Continue on.
So dress up like Kalabhairava, Mahakalabhairava to manifest oneness with Mahakalabhairava and post your selfies to the Facebook and Instagram, and you can use the hashtags Bhavasamadhi and hashtag Kalabhairavoham.
And you can submit your Kalabhairava at tiny.cc/BSD prayer request.
So preparations.
Continue.
So the preparations to receive the darshan for Mahakalabhairava. One or more of these Naivedyams mentioned below should be offered as Naivedyam to Mahakalabhairava. You can offer the urad dal vada, the black gram vada, black sesame seed laddu, sugar sweet, and you can offer dry fruits.
So let us understand what is Bhavasamadhi darshan and how the Mahakalabhairava is manifesting through the supreme concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So Bhavasamadhi darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, darshan happens at the moment when we are lifted out of space and time. We can continue to the next slide, please. And Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar. And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has explained beautifully on the enlightening of mirror neurons. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without the physical act of imitation.
And that is where our entire body can silently and without movement recreate what is happening distances far away, experiencing the Supravatar.
The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan, a phenomenon modern science is just discovering in terms as quantum tunneling.
And our thoughts per second reduces significantly, and we relax into the space beyond thoughts, thoughtlessness, becoming mentally at ease and coexisting dimensions beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space.
We can continue to the next slide, please. And when Krishna once saw his own, when Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness, he was amazed and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness, just like Radhika. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't, and after due consideration, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika."
And the science of Bhava Darshan is, well, the Nijavatara manifests Paramashiva, the consciousness, the formless, and expresses through the being of Paramashiva, through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form, or embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva. And Devi Parashakti, we will be seeing how Lord Kalbara manifests through the embodied form of Mahakal Bhairav. So Bhagavan Shiva expresses through the beings of Subramanya and manifests as Nijavatara.
And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
And Bhagavan Parandama expresses the being of Mahavishnu and manifests as Nijavatara, the physical form of Bhagavan Krishna.
The Akchavatara, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation, the being of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive higher level experiences from the Akchavatara directly. The avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create the experience of superconscious energy in all of us.
And when we have the Bhava darshan of the Nijavatara manifesting the beings of various dimensions of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in us.
And the dimension of Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatara for us to experience the same is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
So the Bhava Samadhi darshan is the direct experience of costless bliss.
And during the Bhava Samadhi darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of existence. And our very muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva.
And the Bhava Samadhi darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to have a glimpse of the form of the divine in the formless in a way that we can understand.
Even without much effort from our side, our very bio-memory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, ultimate consciousness during the Bhava Samadhi darshan.
And to have a glimpse of and having the darshan of an avatar can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep lasting transformation in all of us.
And gratitude enables the reflection of consciousness on all levels, physical, psychological, and ultimately conscious levels. Darshan meditation as a preparation helps us to fall into the space of gratitude. And it is during that time we drop conscious resolutions, satya sankalpa, of anything we want or need in our life. Be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva. That is all you need to manifest the best for your life and lives of the people around you.
And the right cognition is that the right context to have the darshan is to know that you are the source of everything. You are everything, and you are in the embodied form of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And you are in this body. You are the source of both. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me. And let me be in the Bhava Samadhi of you.
So let's take a few moments to set up our Panchopachara Puja kit. And you can gather sandalwood, flowers, incense, lamp, and the food offering, the Naivedyam, and you can set up your puja kit. Now we will be entering into the Paramashiva. So let us now get ready to receive the darshan of Mahakala Bhairava.
Yes, so you can all take a few minutes to quickly set up for the Panchopachara Puja.
So as we get ready for the Paramashiva Dhyana, let us sit in a deep meditative space and prepare to receive the darshan of Mahakala Bhairava, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidana, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line as we prepare for this Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. We will have the opportunity to set the sankalpa for whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life. So, while we get ready for this Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra, let us take a few moments to just breathe deeply and prepare ourselves. Let us sit with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Breathe deeply and set the sankalpa, the conscious resolution for whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life. Bhagavan Kalabhairava is the Lord of completion. So whatever it is that you want to complete in your life, whatever it is that you want to manifest newly in your life, now is your opportunity to set the sankalpa and manifest this. And immediately after the Kalabhairava darshan, we will be having the live darshan of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself for the Maheshwara Puja. So stay tuned, and we will be entering into this Paramashivoham now.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Shri Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nitya Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatim Sadgurum Tam Namami.
I surrender to that Sadguru who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure, and unshakable, who is a silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotion, who is without the three qualities called sattva, rajas, and tamas. When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of the sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality.
Om Mamo Partha Samasta Duritakshay Dwaram Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham.
I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Asya Deva Devasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya.
Who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, Lord of universes and multiverses, and who is the Lord of the cosmos.
Sakala Jagat Shrishti Sthiti Samhara Triyobhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya.
The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation.
Adimadyantarhitasya Aprameya Parakramasya Tattvartha Gocharasya.
The one who is the beginning, middle, and end, the one who is immeasurable.
Akara Ukara Makara Maka Pranavatmakasya Vrishabharudasya Mahadevasya.
The one who is the embodiment of the three syllables and the Omkara, the one who is the Rishabha as a vehicle, the one who is Mahadeva himself.
Kamikadi Vatulanta Mahan Tantrakya Shaivagama Swarupasya Sakala Nigama Gama Swarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaiva Swarupasya Nithyananda Padastasya Nithyananda Swarupasya Shuddha Sachidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupatitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Akandadi Visheshanasya. Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartham. शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते आद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वत मन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ.
During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivaspata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharatavarsha, the Indian subcontinent called Bharatakhanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Saka era, during the year called Plava, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment.
आदिकैलाशे कल्पवृक्षस्य अधः नित्यानन्दनगरे स्मृतस्मृतानां मुक्तिदायके महाक्षेत्रे.
Now, we request all of the participants, whether you are offering for yourself or for someone else, if you are offering for a male, please chant the male names now.
नामधेयस्य नाम्न्याः च यजमानां.
Ask all the participants, whether you are offering for yourself or someone else. If you are offering for a female, please chant the female names now.
दायदिवर्गाणां मित्रवर्गाणां सोदरवर्गाणां समेषाम्.
For all those who are participants, host, and me, with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers, and everyone.
सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वमङ्गलवाप्यर्थं उत्तरोत्तर अनविच्छिन्न स्थिरलक्ष्मीप्राप्त्यर्थम्.
Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth.
कुटुम्बे सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं चिन्तितमनोरथवाप्यर्थम्.
Let the family always be all kinds of auspiciousness, and anything which is desired be fulfilled.
समेषाम् आदिव्याधिनिवृत्त्यर्थं समेषां शिरादिपादपर्यन्तं विद्यमानानां समेषु अङ्गेषु जनिष्यमान सकलविधनानाविध रोगाणां व्यापोहार्थं तद्वारा आरोग्यदृढगात्रवपुसिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome, and graceful body be obtained.
समेषां परैः कर्तृभिश्च कृतक्ष्यमान सकलविधमन्त्रतन्त्रयन्त्र विषचूर्ण अभिचार स्तंभन मारन उच्चाटन विदेशन वशीकरणादि मंत्री कप्रयोगेभ्य रक्षण प्राप्त्यर्थं तद्वारा समेषां सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people, either in the past or yet to be performed in the future, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes, like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting diarrhea, and upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, and etc.
अपमृत्यु दोष निवृत्त्यर्थम काल मृत्यु अकाल मृत्यु दुर्मृत्यु निवृत्त्यर्थम.
Let all the doshas, ill effects related to death, like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death, be removed.
समेषाम् अंतर्दृष्टि बहिर्दृष्टि क्रूरदृष्टि व्यापारदृष्टि अनुकूलदृष्टि प्रतिकूलदृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्टिदोषनिवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let all the effects of evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty-filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are our well-wishers, and the effects of the evil eyes of the people who are against our well-being be removed.
समेषाम् अंतःशत्रु बहिर्शत्रु क्रूर शत्रु व्यापार शत्रु अनुकूल शत्रु प्रतिकूल शत्रु इत्यादि सकलविध शत्रु बाधा निवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let all the effects of the inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, and enemies who work against our well-being be removed.
समेषाम् मातृशापादि सकलविध शापानां व्यपोहनार्थम्.
Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed.
अनादि अविद्यावासनया प्रवर्तमाने अस्मिन् महति संसार चक्रे विचित्राभिः कर्मगतिभिः विचित्रासु योनिषु